Good morning, sir, madam. Very warm welcome to all. Thank you, as for giving me this opportunity. I'm going to talk on retinal imaging up to Aura without any additional attachments by Android mobile. To begin with the history, it was Lord et al. Who first started doing fundus photography with the help of Apple Mobile in 2010. He used external light source. Since then, people started exploring with mobiles to capture fundus photographs. Few have also invented this kind of attachments. I haven't used any of them. Neither I have used indentation. I've used Android mobile and two type of lenses. That was the 20 diopter lens and the pen retinal lens. The steps are pretty clear, as it is already known that once the flash of the mobile is kept on and it gets coupled with the lens, it acts like an indirect ophthalmoscope to capture the peripheral photographs. One has to stand diagonally opposite, like for example, if one wants to capture a superior view, one has to stand on the inferior aspect of the patient and ask the patient to look upwards. And as soon as the peripheral view is visible, one has to capture the photographs. Similar aspects are done on the rest of the quadrants, like the inferior, superior, and temporal aspect. The result, here we can see a retinal detachment with hole with operculum. In the adjacent picture, we can see lattice with hole. In this picture, we can clearly see hole with operculum, and in the adjacent picture, we can see a buccal height. This is a picture of lasered coloboma, and in the adjacent picture, we can see white without pressure area. This is a picture of aborted coloboma. Here I have tried to capture two aborted coloboma along with the disc. In this picture, we can see two aborted coloboma which has been captured from equators, and the picture goes nearly up to Ora. In this picture, we can see a pigmented coloboma reaching nearly up to Ora. This is a picture which shows lattice with multiple holes and ora serrata. So the advantage of this technique is that it is simple, easy to capture, very handy. It is affordable in comparison to the expensive equipments. To discuss, the picture is sharp in quality, details are very clear. One can take quadrant specific photographs like I have taken here the Ozurdex implant in the inferior quadrant, and this picture shows vitreous hemorrhage with a penetrated intraocular foreign body. Disease at particular quadrant can be easily captured. In this picture, we can see here buccal height, which is very near to ora. The magnification is much more higher than the indirect ophthalmoscope and the wide field cameras. Like you can see a lattice with hole, and in this picture we can see a small hole with shallow SRF. To compare with commercially available equipments like Optos, which produces pseudo color, and in case of mobile, it captures pictures with true colors. The magnification is very high. The resolution of picture is also very good. The commercially available equipments are heavy and are non-portable, whereas that of mobile and Nokia are very small and can be carried in a small bag. The utility of this technique is that it can be used for counseling, teaching, telescreening, disease monitoring, printing, can be shared on various social medias, can be used for storage and documentation. So the take-home message is the technique is easy and is inexpensive. The quality of photo is of high resolution, wide field photographs can be easily captured, and images up to ora can be taken. I have no financial interest. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Firstly, I would like to congratulate you for finishing before time, and over to our moderators for the Q&A.
Thank you, sir.
I think this is a very good method. It's a low cost, suiting to our Indian scenario. Beginners, residents, and people in the outskirts, they can use this method very well. And of course, she has given very, very nice pictures. I'm very happy.
Thank you.